We're back. We're back. We are back. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, guys. You walk in. Please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every 7 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, thank you guys for tuning in to KR Culture Radio. Prince Akeem, Jordan, what's cracking like? What's cracking like? What is cracking like?
Doing good, man. What about y'all?
Hey man, feeling good, feeling great, man. Can't complain. Middle of the week. Let's go, let's get it.
Nah, not me, man. I was just earlier today. I was watching Earlier Leaders. He had like a guest on financial advisor there. It was a really dope interview. I think that was their highest view yet. That's how dope it was. They broke down everything from like financial literacy, stock market, 401ks, all that stuff. It was a really dope episode. So that being said, guys, it is Panel Wednesday. Guys, I already dropped the link in the chat so you guys can come on up if you guys would like to join in the panel. That being said, sports. Go ahead, Jordan. What's going on in the sports world?
Let's get into the sports world. Let's get into the NBA. So, the NBA trade deadlines is coming up in the next couple of weeks, and it looks like De'Aaron Fox from the Sacramento Kings. He looks like he might be traded. So he was supposed to. Well, the Sacramento Kings want him to sign an extension, a 3-year deal, but De'Aaron Fox kind of wanted to wait because he kind of want to make the All NBA. So if he does make the All NBA, he get a super max deal. And so instead that he's not going to sign his contract, the Sacramento Kings is more likely him to trade him. So this and then after the news came out, a lot of people has been buzzing and has really proposed to trade for the Sacramento Kings. So I'll go ahead, Ronnie, play the clip, and after that we'll chop it up.
Game. While Jamal Murray's been Jokic's sidekick, can you imagine if he had De'Aaron Fox instead? His speed and athleticism, combined with his clutch play and shot making, are second to none, and to have a legit 1B for Jokic down the stretch during his best season of his career will make this team virtually unstoppable and the co-favorite in the West along with OKC. Number 2, the Magic. They've been in the market for a point guard for far too long, and with their promising young core, Fox will fit right in as he's still just 27. His offensive production will be highly valuable to this young team in the playoffs, as their only true guard averaging double figures is Jalen Suggs, and with Fox, they'd have one of the most dynamic big threes in the game and would be one of the scariest teams in the East for the next 5 to 7 years. And at number 1, the Spurs. This is a no-brainer, and they seem to be the favorites to land him at the moment. A Wemby-Fox duo would break the internet, as I can't imagine a more entertaining 1-2 punch. Fox will wreak havoc with his electric speed down the floor. He could throw Wemby lobs every single night, and would take immense pressure off a year 2 superstar in high-leverage situations. This would easily be a top 3 duo in the game, and San Antonio would be on track to bring back their championship days in no time. Let's see what happens. If De'Aaron Fox gets traded this season, what are his 3 best landing spots? Number 3, the Nuggets. While they've slowly turned their season around after a rocky start, it's still clear that they're just a tick below the truly elite teams in the game. While Jamal Murray's been Jokic's sidekick, can you imagine if he had De'Aaron Fox instead? His speed and athleticism, combined with his clutch play and shot making, are second to none, and to have a legit 1B for Jokic down the stretch during his best season of his career will make this team virtually unstoppable and the co-favorite in the West along with OKC. Number 2, the Magic. They've been in the market for a point guard for far too long, and with their promising young core, Fox will fit right in as he's still just 27. His offensive production will be highly valuable to this young team in the playoffs, as their only true guard averaging double figures is Jalen Suggs, and with Fox, they'd have one of the most dynamic big threes in the game and would be one of the scariest teams in the East for the next 5.
Yeah, so there you have it. So the teams, I heard that the one team that he preferred to go is to San Antonio Spurs and play with Wemby, because they could be a dangerous force. But you got the Lakers, you got the Clippers, you got Denver, you got the Rockets, and pretty much teams that are in the playoffs who desperately think if they could put him into the team, they could probably go all the way. So go ahead, Rodney. What's your take on De'Aaron Fox possibly traded, and what team you might think that he might get traded to?
Now that, but shout out to Aston Williams, the creator of Shiesty Avengers, that's also in the building. So guys, make sure you guys don't go anywhere because he will be going live right after us at 7:30 Central Time and 8:30 Eastern Time. So guys, don't go anywhere because YouTube is gonna lay you guys right over to his channel. Go over there and support the brother. He's close to 800 subscribers. So guys, make sure you can go and subscribe to the channel. And shout out to the clinical one. Hey, happy New Year! It's great to see you. Thank you so much for being here in the building. We will talk about that later. That's the main topic of the show when we talk about the twerking on disabled patient. And shout out to Hassan that's also in the building. Shout out to those watching us on Instagram, Facebook, Kick, and also Twitch. Guys, make sure you follow. It's over point for you guys to follow so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those that's watching us on X and also Rumble. So Fox want to lead Sacramento. Oh man, to me, Fox can go anywhere. He's a great point guard shooter. Pretty much anywhere throughout the floor, he can shoot threes. He normally averages about 20 points a game. He's one of my favorite players when it comes to the Sacramento Kings. I love to see him play, especially when it comes to the aspect of the playoff. He's very explosive. He has the right attitude. Pretty much he'll fit anywhere. If I see him going to Denver, maybe so. Him and Nikola Jokic, oh man, with Russell over there, and also Jamal Murray, man, I see them going far. He could go to any team. He would definitely fit well. He doesn't stop. He's a hard-working guy. I see him going to either team, out of the Spurs, Sacramento King, and I also see him going to Dallas as well. Orlando Magic, maybe so, because Orlando is kind of having a lot of injury issue right now. But Fox, he's trying to his goal is to get a championship. So to me, he could go to, I'm not gonna lie, the Spurs or Denver. Denver with Nikola Jokic, because Nikola Jokic is having one of the best game of his season. Or I'm not gonna lie, he could go to the Thunders. Either or, he could fit well either or team. Go right ahead, King.
I see that brother play, and he is explosive. But as far as seeing him fit for the right team, I might toss it up a little bit. I'm gonna say New York, Charlotte, and the Clippers.
Yeah, that was one of my teams, the Clippers. I think that would be a good move for them. You know, even though Kawhi, he's really like in and out of the lineup because of his knees. Being here with James Harden, I think that would be a good fit. Orlando, just I'm on the team, but like I said, I think the preferred place everybody think about that he wants to go to is San Antonio. You got Wemby, you still got Chris Paul, who can make it work and everything. So I'm with the majority of him going to San Antonio Spurs. I think that would be a perfect fit. And I think with the chemistry with him and also Wemby, continue to grow, and also how how Wemby in the second year he's having like 25, 11, and he leads the leagues in blocks as well. I think that two duo could be a dangerous duo in the future. So we'll just have to wait and see in the next trade in the next couple of weeks where you get traded to, and we're gonna find out what it is pretty soon.
But shout out to Abby Wody, that's also in the building. Shout out to those also watching under the cloud. We greatly appreciate you guys for being here. Not hip hop, money, old money. You already know, guys. It's still in the middle of the year. Let's see. We get away. The year is the middle of the year, guys. We're about to get ready to go to the springtime. So let's see what's going on with the money, Jordan. What's happening with the money, big dog?
Let's get into it. Starting off 2025 is good. We want to make sure everybody's money is good. Make sure we have deeper in our pockets. But according to newly released consumer data that shows that Americans are feeling better about the economy coming on in 2025. It could be Trump is in office. Seeing how he worked at his economy, people are feeling more of a positivity. Down the line, especially 2025, that they feel good about the economy here in America going in the future. So go ahead, Ronnie, play the clip, and after that, we will chop it up.
Data shows Americans are feeling better about the economy than they have in years. Data published Tuesday by the nonprofit The Conference board shows the Consumer Confidence Index continuing to rise this month. It's up 2.1 points from October, which is a 2-year high. Investopedia editor-in-chief Caleb Silver joins me now with more on this. So, Caleb, thanks for being here. So, which groups of Americans are the most confident right now, and what are the factors?
Yeah, most are, except those that have a very high income or a very low income. Present conditions right now are at an 8-month high, as you suggested. Future expectations are at a 3-year high. So somebody find Joe Cocker, because we're feeling all right. What's making us feel so good? The labor market. People feel confidence in their job. They feel confidence that they could get a job if they lost their job. And they feel like prices are subsiding finally. Inflation is not so much a factor. It could come up again, but right now they're feeling pretty good about it. And they've already started their holiday shopping way early.
Oh, I need to get on that, actually. Well, the report points out that people are now less worried about a recession coming in the next 12 months. So how big of an attitude shift is that?
That's a big deal, because if you feel like there's a recession on the horizon, or if you see your neighbor losing their job, or if you see that happening around you, you're going to get very tight with your money. But people have been spending. We know credit card debt is at a record high. It's not stopping, folks, because delinquencies aren't that high either. And don't forget the stock market. It is at a record high. We've had record high, about 55 of them so far this year. That produces the wealth effect. Even if you're not heavily invested, you feel like things are okay when you see those arrows pointing up and to the right. All of this contributing to the highest consumer confidence we've seen in months.
So how is all this together impacting the way people are spending money? Is it impacting the way they're spending their money?
Yeah, we've seen people pull back on the big ticket purchases. That's autos, that's homes, obviously. A lot of that has to do with interest rates. But people have been spending on some discretionary things. Travel has been very big. People want the experience. We've seen a lot of that happening. And if you look at the earnings reports from Walmart, they're getting a higher income consumer in there that are spending more. Target, not so much. But you're seeing this kind of spreading out of people spending on places, not big ticket stuff yet, because interest rates, again, very high, but they're willing to spend on the family experience. They're willing to spend on the discretionary items. Good news going into the holiday season. We know Black Friday kicks off this huge shopping spree. But as I said, it's already started.
Yep, it sure has. All right, Caleb Silver.
Yeah, so go ahead, Hakeem. Are you one of the Americans that feel positive about the economy in the future?
Oh, 100%. But I want to say this to this point. Whenever there's a new president come, or new elective officials, the attitudes of people shift definitely. Because whatever they was going through the last presidency, it's going to shift to another attitude. Plus, seeing the things that Trump has doing got to make people feel like, okay, hey, he's moving faster than ever. Like, he's only been in here like a soaking wet a week, and he's already accomplished maybe 90% shutting things down, telling federal workers to leave. He's going to pay out. He's picking the places where we're hemorrhaging our spending now to try to come back to a point to where it makes sense.
That is correct. Every time there's a new president, the economies tend to, like I always tell people, it tends to fix itself. So you don't have to worry about it way too much, because everything depends on what the old presidency and the old administration did to the economy for the new president to fix it. So Trump being in office, who is a businessman, his main focus, like I told people right now, was immigration. Now he's focusing on how he can pretty much bring the economy back into its normal state to put America back on top. So that's one of the main focus. So I'm very hopeful for the economy in the next couple of years. I think the economy is going to bounce extremely back up. We're right here.
Yeah, I agree with both of you guys. You know, with the feeling when you have a new president in, and you see him, moving, been in the office for what 7 and 9, 10 days and everything, and he's moving a lot of things so fast and everything. I mean, it's like every day or every other day you see the Trump, he's going viral for something. And when people are kind of seeing that and feel to it, and also coming into a new year, especially, and also around this time, taxes are coming too, so people be really, really good, get their taxes and everything. Think about taking trips, pay down debt and everything. So especially around this time, you put your taxes in. Okay, I'm gonna get this some of money. I'm feeling good, and you kind of feel good about if you do your budgeting, look at your finances, that I'm going to have a real productive year this year. So, and it's important to have people to feel that good, but it's also people to realize is continue to budget, Look at what you can do in your financial future when it comes to 2025, and if you do that, you can show you that you will have a better financial future when it comes to the next 5, 10, 11, 20 years.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to everybody that's watching all across the board. Hip hop, hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. Jordan, what's going on in the hip hop world?
Let's get into it. Let's talk about Jarrell Santana. So he was on the Art of Dialogue podcast, and he had to speak his mind about the diss that drama was going on with Jim Jones and Cameron. And he doesn't like it. They started off together back in the early 2000s, and you know when Joel says pretty much, hey, we see something like this, especially us as older gentlemen, it's something that you don't want to see, and see something that two of your boys that you rap with are going through something like this. So go ahead, Ronnie, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Saying people got their favorites even in the groups, man. It's always been like that. So now when the group clash, it's like people want to take. That's I think the bullshit. Like if y'all really want to see niggas, you know what I'm saying, move as a unit, don't be taking this. Even if you like Cam more than you like Jim more than you like Cam. You know what I'm saying? It's Dipset. You know what I'm saying? So you know when you see them going at it, you know what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, that the egg on and like that. Like I'm definitely not gonna be the one to egg it on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I could be the one to, resolve it. I ain't gonna say that, but I definitely ain't gonna be the one to egg it on and But I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't want everybody, be on this. They don't want people saying their names in interviews. You know what I'm saying? But now people got these platforms where they asking people, so it's like a thin line. So then you got Jim, like it's just like people say you can't respond, even though Jim wasn't attacked, his name was mentioned. You understand what I'm saying? So now it opens the door for Jim to say something back. That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? With these podcasts and shit like that. So it opens the door, and Jim chose to, say why niggas was on his dick. You know what I'm saying? That's how Jim chose to carry it. You know what I'm saying? And then, Cam chose to carry it the way Cam chose to carry it, and you have what you have now. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I'm not here to egg it on, I'm just I'm just watching it like, I mean, like, at the end of the day, I've always been like the little brother. You understand what I'm saying? That's like, as much as I could say, it's like, you know.
Yeah, so that was the new Jurassic House, to kind of tell his point of view, and he just, as you can see in how he's speaking, like he doesn't like how there's a little beef going on within the diss set with Cameron and Jim Jones, and it's really nothing you can do, because when two men go at it, especially two New Yorkers, they go at it, they're gonna go at it, and nobody can really fix it unless they fix it. So go ahead, Ronnie. What's your take about Joel's talk about the situation, what's going on in Dipset?
To me, you should be able to wade in. Wade in. Let us know what you think about the situation between Jim Jones and Cameron. Those are one of your people that used to be part of Dipset. If you feel a certain type of way, let the people know. I don't know why some guys are afraid to speak up when it comes to certain of these podcasts. Why come on these podcast shows and not answer the question? To me, it's a waste of time. You might as well just stay at home and save a lot of people time and energy instead of tuning in. If you're not gonna like get people what you're already thinking between the relationship between Jim Jones and also Cameron. I think he actually knows exactly what's going on. That's why he don't want to speak on it because it's the simple act of brotherhood. But you can still let people know that you're disappointed. Let them know how you feeling in the moment when it comes to them having kids. Because they used to be part of your group. That used to be one big posse. So why not speak on it? I don't get it. Go right ahead, King.
So, for a lot of people who don't know, they've been having issues forever. It's just now we're just seeing it in public. Before the social media days, there was stuff that Jimmy had did that wasn't copacetic, and a lot of people in the group had issues with Cam because he's the boss. He made certain business decisions that a lot of people didn't agree with. So this was a lot of situations where it go, but still, these guys know each other 20, 25 years. So I don't want you to think it's going to lead to any like gunplay or some weird shit like that for y'all to think. It's just that, you know what I mean, they might have to take time to patch it up.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, with something like this, how it happened and everything with Jim, how Jim and Cameron going at it, you can see, there's been, like I said, it's been tension going on for a long, long time, and now what you kind of see what Jim Jones saying, what he's doing, with his podcast, also with Mason and everything, how he's kind of taking it to another level. It's just like, it's like you do want to see your brother do good, but at the same time, it's like, there's maybe some type of jealousy that you have, and you're not liking what how Cameron is it's kind of taken to the next level, and Jim Jones, he's not really doing that. Joel Santana's, he loves both of them. We both, like I said, we in the group, we in the group. This that whoever does good, hey, y'all my brother. That's what we gonna do. But you just see that, with Jim Jones, is there's always, like I said, there's always been tension. What Hakeem was saying for a while, and now it just really popped out. But it's kind of sad that you got these grown men in their 50s who are acting like this. It's like it's kind of like you in high school in a way. It's childish. They should be able to really talk this out and then leave it alone. As simple as that. But as some people, it doesn't work like that. It could take, some people could take a while to get back together. It could take a couple of days, couple of weeks, couple of years. But I can see it eventually, maybe hopefully in this year, they can really talk it out, and hopefully if they talk it out, we could definitely see Jim Jones going to it. It is what it is podcast, and they can make some content and make money together. Because that's what it all is about, brothers. It's about working together, make money, especially y'all being a Dipset. So hopefully they can talk it out, and then if they talk it out, Jim Jones can be on. It is what it is podcast, and they both can make some money.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Shout out to everybody that watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in as well. Like always, it is Panel Wednesday, guys. The link is already dropped. It's already dropped in the chat. So, guys, feel free to come on up, enjoy, and deep dive with us as we deep dive the different variety of topics. That being said, go right ahead, Jordan.
All right, let's get into it. So, as we guys know, Trump, he's continuing to do his mass deportations. As you can see, ICE is arresting hundreds and hundreds of people a day, all around the United States of America, from where Miami, Houston, LA, all over. And so, with that, there was a news host from Newsmax, and he showed that he was kind of trolling people of especially the Mexicans of him, kind of eating tacos while he's on live, and really like trolling really trolling the immigrants, especially from the if you're a Mexican immigrant, and this, and it has some people upset, especially people in the Mexican community, and also people went viral to say that's not right. Kind of shows for some people bigotry, and also some people that go to a higher step and say this is kind of showing racism to Mexican immigrants. So go ahead, Ronnie, play the clip, and after that we'll chop it up.
That's none of that for you.
Oh, yeah? What are you going to do? You come take it out of my hand? I'm going to eat half this plate during the break. Maybe I'll call the ICE hotline. I don't know if I'll have enough time. Sure. All kidding aside, it was actually really good taco. These people broke the law. They broke the law to get here. And once they were here, they broke the law again. It was just serious crimes, folks. These are not like shoplifting. That's why they got to go.
No tacos, no enchiladas, none of that.
So yeah, so that was a Newsmax host. You could tell he was, definitely, he definitely planned that. Definitely want to say, okay, I'm gonna troll these people. And some people, like I said, for some people that they took a little bit too far. And shout out to not our Narrows of Dialogues. Some people thought, he should be fired immediately for doing something like that. But what's your take on this, Hakeem?
This is America, baby. And this is just indicative to what we see all the time. You feel what I'm trying to say? And I agree with you on Dialogues. You got to let people leave peacefully. The trolling, we don't have to disrespect it, but this is just a low. I like when my enemies are out in public. The Mexican people should thank him for doing that so they can, he's one of them, and know that this is not a person when you see him out in public, you don't do business with him, you leave him alone. You know what I mean? This is where you have to band together to fight these type of situations. And that's basically it.
Yeah, a lot of these news network are doing this because simple fact is no one's watching the news anymore. They have to bring up controversy to have people watch the news. I don't think he of course you're being totally biased by it and also very disrespectful. So you can have podcasters and us to talk about it. That's the whole point of it. Because people are who watch Newsmax. Let's just be honest. I don't even watch Newsmax. I think the last time I watched Newsmax was like 3 years ago. That when it was censoring Donald Trump, I'm like, okay, what's actually going on when it comes to the aspect of Trump campaign? But that was it. Ever since then, nobody really watched Newsmax. So them doing that is no surprise to me because they're just trying to bring the ratings up. And to be honest, it's gonna work because now people gonna be like, we hate the network, we hate this guy. Let's see what else stupidity he's gonna do. So to me, I think it's very distasteful. I get it. There is because there is no censorship because that's what a lot of these networks are working towards now under the Trump regime. They're trying to get rid of that censorship, but at the same time, you still got to show a level of respect for these immigrants. Some of these immigrants that's going back are really good people. Now, if they're criminals, go right ahead, do your thing. But the good people, nah, man, you got to show some level of respect. Go right ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, man. I thought, I definitely thought this was distasteful, especially coming in from Newsmax. I mean, if you're a podcaster, okay, I get it. You're trying to go viral. TikTok, okay, I get it. You're trying to go viral. But when it comes to, doing this on the news or on cable TV, come on, man. That's really that. I agree with you, Ronnie. It's very distasteful to do that. You had to go to me, that's going to the extreme of how you feel about, if people are illegal here, especially the Mexicans, I'm going to, since they like to make tacos, I'm going to start eating tacos and I'm going to sit here and eat all the tacos I want and watch these ISIS, get all these immigrants up and everything. Yeah, definitely totally unnecessary. If I was the CEO or whoever about this company, I would have put up a very long suspension or towards being fired because by you doing that, to my news space, you're making it think like our news set, is all about we're kind of racist or be bigotry to the Mexican immigrants and everything, which is not cool. So man, I agree. That was very distasteful what he did.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss it when we go live. Not only that, guys, let us know what you think about the first topic. Do y'all guys agree with Newsmax is doing, or do you disagree? Let us know what you think in the comments. We would greatly appreciate it. That being said, go right ahead, Jordan.
All right, let's go on to the next topic. We're going to talk about the state of Mississippi and Missouri, and it kind of sticks on with the deportation. So Mississippi and Missouri proposed a bill to pay bounty hunters an $1,000 reward for helping to find and deport illegal immigrants. And this is, to me, this definitely went viral, seeing these two southern states, going to propose a bill to do something like this. So don't take my word for it. Go ahead, Ronnie, play the clip, and then we'll chop it up after this.
A controversial Mississippi would pay bounty hunters to bring in immigrants in a country illegally. This measure, House Bill 1484, is sponsored by Republican Representative Justin Keene. DeSoto County District Attorney Matthew Barton helped devise the plan, saying it would better enforce immigration laws. WRIG's Mike Sirianni has details.
Is the immigration system broken? Absolutely, it is. Is this the way to fix it? No, it's not. It's just not a good idea.
Mauricio Calvo, CEO of Latino Memphis, highly concerned about the introduction of a bill in the Mississippi legislature allowing for certified bounty hunters to round up illegal aliens.
This reminds me of the slave patrols, where in the 1700s and 1800s, there's a group of militia that was hunting slaves. And I doubt that we want to go back to that. The ramifications of that were many that we're still suffering today.
House Bill 1484, the Mississippi.
A controversial bill introduced.
The Illegal Alien Certified Bounty Hunter Program offers a $1,000 reward to registered bounty hunters for each successful deportation they facilitate. The bill proposed by DeSoto County District Attorney Matthew Barton.
I think that this could be a statewide program that would really help.
December 2024, Barton telling WREG how he plans to get tough on illegal immigrants in DeSoto County through a bounty hunter program. Barton says will augment federal efforts.
I've talked to
consistent with the values of many conservatives. They need to go to church on Sunday and ask their God, how does this align with their values?
For your news leader, Mike Suriani, WREG.
So yeah, so the bill's still being proposed. It hasn't been passed yet, but you know, it's just kind of funny. Like, you know, ever since the mass deportation, you know, you got these lawmakers in these two states, which are certain states, you know, they really want to, you know, hey, you know, we're trying to, you know, push these immigrants as much as we can. That, you know, if we propose this bill, you know, getting the help of bounty hunters, paying $1,000, you know, really push the shift on really having the extra help to find these illegal migrants and push them out of the United States. So what do you think about this bill, Ronnie? Do you like it, or how do you feel about it?
I like it because you know why? The bounty hunters don't do anything, so why not use them? Why not give them a job to do? Go ahead and get illegal immigrants. Now the illegal immigrants, I keep telling people, not the hard working illegal immigrants. I'm talking about illegal immigrants that's doing crime. If they going over there arresting those people, go right ahead, feel all free, do your thing. I'm not biased towards it. I kind of like it. It's creating new opportunities. Go right ahead, Hakeem.
I was gonna let Kawafi go, but the only thing I have an issue with is when that guy tried to associate illegal immigrants with the slave trade and the slave riders. Please. Ooh, Jorge, I love you, brother. That wasn't a good analogy. Totally different time, totally different era. So that's my biggest concern, was that aligning their struggle with the struggles of African Americans. Come back up. A narrative. Are you using an iPhone? You got to use Safari. If you're using Android, use Google. So I have an issue with that. Let's get back to the whole thing too. If you walk over here, you don't got papers, you didn't get a visa, then you're here illegally. Common sense. So there's an initiative to do this, and I want to tell you this too. A lot of people say there's cruelty. Go to Serbia, go to Bucharest, go to these other European countries. They do worse. They don't even let you in the front door. There's guys with machine guns out there that was there. You remember the whole Italy thing when migrants was coming in to try to go to Italy? They was pushing them back. Some of them things floated on the water. Listen here. And a lot of time, if we could accommodate people, we can, but we just don't have the money to.
When it comes to, you know, with the bill, I think a lot of states that really don't care about, deport. I mean, they do care about the deportation, but they really don't, because if it's people, if the people come here illegally, people thinking like it should be more of a federal ISIS, as in the federal should be doing the situations and everything. So. And a lot of people think about that, and that's what they're doing now. I heard that, once Trump put out the mass deportation, and how he want all the states to help and everything. A lot of states kind of really backed off of it, because they see that it's a problem, but for most states it's a problem when it comes to big cities. But certain states, if you go to the Midwest, I'm not talking about the Midwest like in Illinois or Michigan. I'm talking about the Midwest or South Dakota, North Dakota, like that. It's not really a problem like that. So what some states are, so when it comes to mass deportations, of course the states, they kind of back off and kind of let the federal take care of it. But when it comes to Mississippi and Missouri Missouri, they have a different mind on that. Hey, we want, I don't know if they have a big problem as they do maybe in Florida or New York or here in California, but I don't know the numbers on that. But when it comes to these states, they want to get involved and say, hey, if I pay these bounty hunters and everything, which they will say they will definitely make some money, because bounty hunters, they do have a job about, when people come out of jail, they go to, try to get a bail and everything. And they probably hear, what's going on around, certain houses of there might be illegal immigrants living in certain areas in the city and everything. So, am I a fan of it? No, not really. Like, I think it should be more a federal thing. But if states want to step up and do this type of stuff by hiring bounty hunters, go ahead and do it.
Now that, but shout out to Kev504. That's also in the building. And shout out to those watching us on Instagram. Instagram, for some reason, I can't really see who's watching. So you gotta forgive me, for some reason my screen went black. So I was not able to see who is watching. Shout out to those watching us on Kick, Twitch, also Rumble, and also thank you guys so much for tuning in. And Kawafi, we're waiting for you to come back up. I don't know if you want to come back up, but like I King stated, if you're on an iPhone, please use Safari, or if you're on an Android, use Google Chrome. For those that want to join in the panel as well, if you want to join in, make sure you have the right device connected to, so you won't be able to get kicked off. Okay, there you go. Go right ahead, Kawafi. You go ahead and speak. Kawafi, hello?
I think you're muted.
Yeah, what's going on, brothers? How are y'all?
What's good, family?
Good, blessings and abundance.
Good.
How are you?
I'm all right. I would be on camera, but I'm busy doing some work. But this was a good topic, so I decided to come up.
Mm-hmm.
Go right ahead.
Yeah. I have an issue. One thing about Black folks, we so forgiving and so loving. Even in this situation, we know that everybody hates Black people.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And now we're in this situation, we like, man, but we need to be able to concentrate on us. We're concentrating on you guys, but at the same time, if push come to shove, you're gonna fend for your own, and you're gonna go and do everything with the white man. You know what I'm saying? Even if it takes you staying here to go against Black folks, you would do that. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like it's no fun when the rabbit got the gun. And I'm even feeling, sad about these folks. I'm not gonna lie, because, I have friends that are Latino, that are Mexican, that are different from different places. Even my seamstress, my tailorer, she's Venezuelan, and she's a good woman. She's not a problem. She's here working legally, and can cook her ass off. I look forward to that woman's breakfast. But the point is, in Florida, these same Latinos are the same ones who voted for Trump. See, and now he's kicking them out. And I don't have a problem with Trump because some things he's doing is good now, but I don't believe in excusing him for bad behavior and the things he's done throughout the years. See, and the thing is, we have a lot of men on YouTube and maybe even in the real world, but more so on YouTube. You don't see guys, in the real world really thinking the way some of the guys think on YouTube. But the guys that I've run into on YouTube, they think that this man is their savior. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm not Democrat or Republican, because when I look at it, they ain't good for none of us. They'll tell you what they want, what you want to hear at election time, with fake handshakes and fake smiles, and you don't see them again. Same thing with Kamala. She did the same thing to the Black community out here in California, in Oakland, and in San Francisco. She came in to, campaign a little bit and walk past homeless people on the streets like they were nothing. Obama did the same thing. But back to the people that are being deported right now, the illegal immigrants. Okay, I think that maybe they did do the right thing, far as, they were here trying to be productive, they were making money, and they were afraid of, ICE. I work at a college, and I seen some of the students not come back to school because they were undocumented. We have this thing called DACA, and it is a system where undocumented students can go to school there still and have identification and go to work. And that's through their own community, because they have a Latin government in California that, immigration specialists, that look after the people that are law-abiding citizens and try to separate them from the ones who are criminals and committing crime. So do I feel bad? A little bit, but then again, business is business. And like you said, Hakeem, this is America.
Facts upon facts. And not only that, people finally get to hear your voice, because we always say Koafi in the chat. So now people can finally hear your voice.
Yeah, he been on before.
Oh, no, he haven't. No, because remember we were supposed to do it. I wasn't here.
No.
I wasn't here.
Yes.
This is my first time hearing Koafi. Oh, God, I heard Koafi before.
Man, I'm
surprised
surprised
this is my first time hearing him on the panel. No, I heard your voice before. I'm just talking about on the panel, like here.
Hey,
okay,
but listen, though, the thing is with you though, Ronnie, you probably have heard my voice if you heard my content, but that shows me you don't go look at it.
Oh my God, here we go again. I'm not even gonna talk about it. Shut up.
I'm a man, and it ain't about subscribers, but I'm a man at 60,000 subscribers, and I'm over here with my brothers.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what you call love.
Yeah, and I promote within. See, y'all brothers talking about something. Y'all got good content. Y'all ain't bullshitting. Excuse my language. Y'all ain't letting people come up and derail. These are the channels that I support, even monetarily. But now if it's some BS, I don't support.
Go ahead, Cat 504. Weigh in. What's your thoughts, my brother?
And salute to Cat 504. That's the bro.
Hey, how y'all making out, man?
Hey,
blessings abundance. Yes, sir.
If we're gonna talk about with the deportation thing, there's a young lady that I know that works at the little corner store at the gas station that I know, and she's a little nervous and stuff like that. I said, "Why are you nervous?" She said, "Well, I'm illegal, And I asked her a story. Now, this girl, she's Honduran. Hondurans came in and helped rebuild New Orleans right after Katrina, which is about 20 years ago. She said her dad and mom brought her over here when she was 10. So she never really went to school or anything like that, but now she's 30, so she has kids and stuff like that, and she don't have citizenship, right? So she works at one of the little corner stores, and I guess they pay her, under the table and stuff like that. It's nothing major. But I'm like, well, goddamn, you got to get some citizens. Now her kids are considered born American citizens, I guess, because she had them here. And now we got the 14th Amendment thing, and there's feelings on that too. But now her story is, and this is just her side of the story. She's like, if I get deported, I don't know anybody in Honduras. She never been there. She can't remember anything about the country, and her mom has passed. And I was just like, well, damn, that's a bad spot, So they just pretty her and her family, her brothers and stuff, just pretty much laying low. But the thing is, I mean, why? I mean, with a work visa, something, But I hope the government. It's an easy fix because if you can get your employer to vouch for you and give you an emergency visa, I think that would help out a lot. That way, you keep the working folks in and people that's been here a while. But then you also had the 14th Amendment thing. A lot of people that's born in this country and then sweat, that and then considered American really weren't. That wasn't for them. That was for slaves.
Yep. The Dred
That was
Scott.
not for them, and they're not American citizens.
Yep.
White, black, Jamaican, all of them. That started in the 70s. I knew that when I was a teenager, a kid. I knew that. Listen to the Black Panthers. I remember them why they pushed for that. And then everybody now you got first generational American blacks speaking as us. That's a problem for me. I guess I'm a separatist on that, but I think Jamaicans are Jamaicans and people had their own identity. And I always stuck to that. I never thought no different. So that's like when I talk to some of the groups up north and the conscious groups and all that, I say, man, I know every time I bumped into a Jamaican, man, I thought that was just a Jamaican. If you from South African, you South African, a Ghanaian. I never saw you as no brother like that. I didn't. I know his cousins. And so when you really want to get down to the history, when they want to bring us back to Africa, what I want to go back there for? I was captured over there by black Africans before they even made countries there and sold to white folks, got our ass tore out the frame, literally, and whooped. And we went through all our shit. Well, I don't know nobody there. And they don't like us anyway.
Woo,
we're the most hated group.
Listen, you cooking right now. So I wanted to comment. I didn't know if you was finished. I wanted to comment on something.
Let me respond to
ahead.
that before Kevin, you hit it right on the nose, man. The thing is, a lot of us, we are different things. I was born here in America. My dad is Nigerian. My mom is Dominican, but we all still black. We were raised that way. I'm not that person that's going to look at Hakeem or look at Ronnie or look at Jordan and say, oh, you're not like us, because, their parents may be something different. My thing is, do your values align with where I am in America and who I am as a born American citizen?
Right, and see that's what we got. That's why we got to draw the line at, and we got to accept it now because so much time has passed, and that was sold to y'all. That's fine.
I feel you, Kevin. But let me say this. But for the ones we know for a fact that's not out here, going behind our backs. I'm that dude. I keep that shotgun on your back to make sure you ain't a tether.
Right. Well, I mean, you got tethers are usually against us, voting against reparations and stuff like that. No, I mean they got because
I don't
we don't have to leave it to this you. They got some firstborn white folks that I know.
Yeah.
First generation of Chinese, Asians, and then just black. And you got newscasters, actresses that's first generational, so that shook up a whole lot of people with that. And me being from New Orleans, man, we got all kind of people down here. We got Native American blacks, they got dudes that's darker than me, and they got Native American, Native Indian, whatever we call it. They got history. Their history is different from mine. Because mine come directly from slavery. They was here first. And they'll be, and that's why you see the celebrations in New Orleans. I'm not a part of that.
Yeah,
that's their thing.
I feel it, but I'm just saying, like, as for myself and for everybody else who was born here in America, like I said that my mom is Dominican, but she was born here in America. I was born here in America. My dad was born here in America, but
that's enough for me right there. Your mom and them from here, you good.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing is, you do have those that will come in and blend in. For so long, we have been fooled. We got blend culture where people are blending in and saying they love you, they care about you, they like you behind your back. you're not like us. You know, I had to learn that because I had plenty of Jamaican friends when I'm growing up, even, you know, in New York and part of Atlanta. And I noticed that they would smack their teeth at me. That was a disrespectful thing to let me know, like, hey, I'm Jamaican and you're dumb.
Yeah.
They
And
do
up
that.
there in New York?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do. They'll
No,
suck
I'm
their
not in New
teeth.
York now. I'm originally from San Francisco, but I
No,
was
I'm
raised.
talking about where you were. Yeah,
Yeah.
New York, they'll suck their teeth or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a
I've never been up
disrespect.
there.
I have African people that do the same thing, and they tell me,
Oh,
you're not African, you know, but they want to turn around and reap the benefits from
right.
everything that I'm doing. They want to hang out with me when I can do
Uh-huh.
something for it.
Right. You see, I don't get that. I mean, don't tailgate in a negative way, man. I mean, just go ahead and be proud of your thing, your heritage. You know.
Same thing with the coons. The coons are a problem in America.
Right. And the boule class.
tell
That's
us.
our biggest problem. The boule dudes.
Not the
Yep.
coons. Not the coons.
The coons and the tethers and the belligerent black women are the problems in America. And white racists.
Oh yeah. You know
Hey,
that
he
I
had
touch
to
you
go
on.
there.
Yeah. We ain't gonna go there because we gotta right now about to head to the main topic of today's show. I think everybody already saw the topic of today's show, so this is gonna be crazy. Go right ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, let's get into it. If you want to call this one, we're gonna talk about belligerent. You could go ahead as well. So this has been viral all over the blogs and all over social media. So, a Georgia healthcare worker was arrested after video showed her dancing on a disabled patient head. Her name is LaCoria. She's 19 and was taken into custody after police were alerted to at least 2 videos she had posted on her social media. While the videos have since been deleted, at least one clip went viral, prompting a criminal investigation. So once the police chief said, while he said he was disgusted, and it's the only word he know he can say. Authorities are now working to determine if there are additional victims that she posted, and also they're investigating if her social media activities, you know, getting all the evidence and what has she doing, what has she been doing, you know, being a healthcare worker at the age of 19. So go ahead, Ronnie, play the clip. You're gonna chop it up.
Popping on our patients.
You just don't do this to people. You don't.
This Atlanta area healthcare worker seen on TikTok dipping it low on her patient's forehead. Patients, you can see, are living with disabilities.
This is not a laughing matter.
And with the backlash,
it's not what it is. Trust and believe.
She had plenty to say on social media, but police weren't buying it. A breaking update. She has just been charged. And when the Shade Room started looking into this so-called nurse and who she works for, you may be shocked. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
So Gary, I got you. Yeah, so you had that little clip, but yeah, man, this right here, this was, like the chief said, this was very, very disgusting at the max, and it's just to see our women doing something like this. It just is not a good sight to see. I'm gonna start with you, Hakeem, man. What's your take? I want to hear from you.
It's dysfunctional. It's tactless. It's distasteful. This is the sector of our community that we don't even accept. Like, I don't know them kind of people that do that. You know what I'm trying to say? And it just shows the dysfunction that we should not accept nor support. You feel what I'm trying to say? But the reason why she was able to do that or came up with some bright idea is we support dysfunction. We support it. We like it. And Black women themselves would not chastise her for that situation. You know what I mean? And this is why we have, like, since there's a certain blanket of leniency our women have, that there's not too many things being checked or shamed about. You see? Hey, everybody, did you see? You see what Sugar Bum just said? Coffee.
Oh yeah, she into that foolishness.
Oh, she said, "Child, please, you don't know that lady." But you see what I was just saying.
You look at that damn mugshot. You look at that hair. I can tell a lot. But go ahead.
Imagine if that was that was my disabled brother right there. I'm stepping.
Or your dad.
Or my daddy. That's healthcare abuse. We not playing with people. Parents, you don't know who, and they don't know who that man was on there. He was on camera, bro, naked.
Elder abuse
in the bathtub.
In the bathtub, you don't do that to nobody. Yeah.
You know, see, I had this conversation with Bob Cherry on her show, right? And we were saying, and my stance was, I don't believe there's a time and a place to do all that twerking and playing and stuff, and they don't seem to think there's a time and a place for that kind of stuff, right? And I stand firm on that, you know. So that she way out of line, should be fired. I think she got some mental issues or whatever it is, but she should be prosecuted and terminated. And I hate to say somebody should be fired, but like you said, that man could be humiliated. That man may have a family. What if he has daughters or sons or something like that? We don't know it. And then you're in the most vulnerable position you can be in the hospital situation. So that thing is distasteful, and you had to be a special kind of person to be that way.
I know. Sugar Bomb says she wants to show proof. I show proof right now, and this is a black one, the clinical one. She said it earlier on the show. There's your proof.
Yeah, but the thing is,
that's one black woman. But go ahead.
A lot of them don't hold they don't say anything to any other women because they feel like they would be stepping on their toes. One thing I learned about women in these spaces, they'll say, well, it ain't my problem, or they'll be quiet because they think that the other woman gonna bite their head off for saying something. But there are a few women in this space that ain't going for it. And when they do hold these women accountable, they'll turn around and say, oh, you a mammy, or you a what's the other one? Oh, you a pick me.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
facts.
Bad.
That's what they would say. That's facts.
Yeah, Kwafi. Yeah, and the thing is, like, if a woman's not giving another woman accountability, there's something wrong with that woman too. I'm looking at that woman like, okay, why you not saying anything? Why you so goddamn quiet for?
Mm-hmm.
If you quiet, that's a problem. I don't like that. If you don't speak,
not to mention they may have women in that man's family.
I'm gonna look at you funny. I'm gonna look at you weird for not speaking up.
Right. They may have women in that man's family that want to whoop up behind too. I'm sure of that.
No, but it's very distasteful to say that.
Let's say that she was trying to boost her social media up, but I think she could have showed how she cared for these people, but she still need to get a disclosure to have them on camera. Because
correct.
Right now, I think she was looking for a viral moment to say, look how much fun I'm having with my patients. But you don't do it like that, not twerking on them. Because
she's one of those healthcare workers that did not take a job, seriously about people's privacy and health, and stuff like that.
You also know what it is. She's trying to be a nurse type of style of cooking with Kaya. She's trying to be twerking healthcare worker. Look at me. I'm
twerking with patients.
Twerking on my patients. Twerking on my patients. You trying
our community is dysfunctional.
That's what it was.
Our community is dysfunctional, and it showed that no form of growth. Like, we stand where we staying at right now. Some of these girls need to get spanked. Go right ahead, King.
But the thing is, it just shows that the women in our community are not aligned with us for that to be okay. Like something like that. I'm wondering who's her brother, who her daddy is. Did they, after that first video came up, did anybody check about that? Hey, take that down.
No, but the video I think her video didn't go viral. I think recently it just caught on. I don't know how it caught on, but it caught on.
But here's the thing: most women have their family members on their social medias. Most women have their friends.
True, yes, that is correct. Yes.
Watch their social media. But the problem is, we so scared to check a black woman. We so scared to say something to them because if you do, and you're a black man, it's disrespectful.
Well, I can't go about it. Yesterday, you was scared.
I was scared. Look, I really want to say eat a salad and work out. I can't say that.
Why not? Why not? Because they'll say, I was talking to someone about that at my
See
job.
how
They were
easy,
saying, "Oh,
Hakeem, see how
yeah,
easy it was to saying that? You just it can float out your mouth like that. See how easy it was?
But you
Yeah,
know
go
what?
ahead on and be the bad guy, bro.
I say this.
exactly. It's okay. Women like bad boys anyway. Bad
I
boys for
say
life."
this,
But go ahead,
fellas.
Coffee.
I say this: if y'all don't get involved with these type of women, even when it comes to y'all serious podcasts, this is a great podcast, and I don't hardly give people credit on shit. Excuse my expression, but y'all got a lot of good things going on. You know what I'm saying? I drop points real easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
We know that.
You
We know that for
do.
I
sure.
already know that, Tom. I already know that.
You know,
And
and
you
I
didn't
think,
even start. I'm already in the negative. That's crazy.
hey,
That's crazy. I feel like I'm in the stock market.
y'all put so much into y'all content. You don't
Thank you.
need these kind of people
Thank
coming around cursing folks out. Got a dirty mouth. There are other women that don't do that. You know what I'm saying? We got good, some pretty decent women in this space that, other than them, that could be here.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
But
there's a lot
I
of
totally agree with
positive
that.
female YouTubers, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Who think that actually makes them look bad. So that's why I don't necessarily feel like the need to check them. They got enough women that can check them. Women do a better job of checking women. It ain't for us to say. Our thing is like with the men. I mean, at some point in our society, we got to just go ahead on and admit some people just gonna be trash.
Yeah,
you know what,
I agree. Yeah,
They're gonna have a trash ass part of our society as black folks. White folks know they trash. They know Honey Boo Boo and them as white trash.
Yeah, but you know what though, Kevin? The thing is, it's been going on for too long, and
Right.
the thing is that women checking women shit don't work. Because the thing is, if women do check women, or nobody can't check them at all, they'll turn around and look at and think that they could disrespect us. See, like, I'm not the weakest link. I'm a cool guy. I'm nice to you,
Right.
but if you want to come at me like you're a man, I'm gonna curse your motherfucking ass out. And that's just it.
Right.
Facts though.
And
Fact.
probably
And
do a
I want to
story
ask you
about
guys a
you.
question. I want to ask you guys a question. Can a family member sued whatever hospital she was in because of the stuff she was doing with the disabled patients, or no?
Probably.
I would sue. I'll
I
figure it out
think
and try
so.
to sue. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I know
Right.
Uncle
She
Wabi
was an
studied law.
employee.
That's why we're asking. What?
Wait, say it again. What was the question?
Can the family member sue the hospital where the young lady was twerking with the patients at?
Yes, especially if they're paying for it. But then again, some of these people are left with nobody, so the state automatically.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang.
It's true. Like we said, there's nobody has people like my dad had a stroke, and he had 2 strokes back to back, and we were so. And it's just because of stuff like this, we sacrificed a lot to keep him home, to round the clock to be there for him. Because you got to understand, people take advantage of people, regardless if you see it's a hospital or if it's a home health agency. Some of these people come in and don't really care for them like you gonna care for them. And sometimes it is the foreigners, because mainly foreigners do the home health thing and do this. And you know, I've seen some stuff. So I'm like, oh, my mother already knew. She said, hey, your daddy's sick, we gonna take care of him, because we not putting him in no home, because we already know what's gonna happen.
No, I don't think no parent should be in the home. To me, I think is a duty as sons and daughters is to take your parents in. To me,
if you can,
I agree.
you know,
If they can,
everybody
I
can.
agree with that. Yeah, and I know everybody can't, but if they can,
Yeah.
because I agree with that principle. I
Yeah,
really
I
do agree
took
with
care
that
of my
principle.
mom at home. We went through the whole hospital stage at home, and my daughter's mom went through the whole hospital stage at home, back to back.
Sugar Boy, we got Sugar Boy. She going in the chat. Now I'm not highlighting the comment because she's cursing. I was like, she going in the chat. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the
She
right
didn't
hand
like what I
side.
had to say. She got triggered. That's all.
Yeah,
she did. She got triggered. She going in the chat.
Some days she good, some days she bad.
You know, Sugar Bun, you always can come up now. I know it's on day here. We
Sugar
give
Boy
you the
ain't gonna
floor
come
now
up.
if you want to come up.
She said she'll come up when we get Drake. When we do a Drake interview, she said she'll come up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but like, share, subscribe, guys. I already put the link to KF4 channel in the chat, and also Mr. Darlaw channel in the chat, so you guys go ahead and subscribe. The Allah wasn't kidding. He on his way to like 70K subscribers. That man working hard. You
And
feel
you know
me?
what, man? The upload community is totally different. My channel is more like a for television, you know, and I worked hard to get there. You know, I started from nothing. I used to be on a lot of crappy type panels, but I had to disassociate myself with
Yeah.
that.
Right. That's a good idea. That's why I really don't go on a lot of those.
Yeah.
There's always something to be learned and everything. It's like them old management do, man. You're tired of talking about baby mamas, man. Y'all niggas been on there for 10 years now.
Oh my God.
Bro,
Damn.
all you don't see me on no panel no more. They talk about the same thing over and over and over again. I'm like,
Right.
okay, let's do something
Right.
new. I think that's why Anton blew up. He was like, forget it. We gotta do something new.
Well, the
Now
thing is,
everybody's
what you
copying
guys
him
are good
now.
at, what you guys are good, on a good route with, is keeping up with the common topics and situations at hand. Times change,
Yep.
situations change, and get some honest opinion without all that foolishness. They're gonna always be there with the gender war thing, and that's just their thing. Like I just said, sometimes you got to remove some trash ass content out your situation too. I remember going through and unsubscribing to all of them.
Me
And
too.
then resubscribing to a couple of them, with information. Like I went back and subscribed to Taz because, he get some good history stuff, and then a couple of them every now and then, just for support.
Let me say this, fellas, before y'all go to the next topic. Recently, I went through all of my stuff too, and I think that when I took myself out of the algorithm of all of these spaces are needed. I'm not gonna lie, because the manosphere is needed. A lot of, but there are some men that make it bad, and then they tie us in with each and every one of them that are in there just grifting off of the same old thing. Because the manosphere wasn't supposed to be. It's supposed to be for black men, black boys, and building skills and trying to figure out where you are. And then you did have a child support group that tried to tell you what to do
In the beginning, right?
Yeah.
And I said that was my first content was gonna be on taking pride in being a single parent father instead of telling younger dudes, man, you don't have to freak out or trip out on being a parent that that's because I know some dudes don't know what to expect. And all you got to do is put your time in. It doesn't matter how much money you make or what stuff like that. Put your time in and contribute to the household. And also, when you're thinking about whatever child support you got to pay, the average child support won't even feed a child for 2 weeks.
Sure won't.
Right. So that's like $250 for 2 weeks of food, and that shit going up now. So I say,
Oh yeah, you ain't see that ad crash you be having right now, Kev? They
Right.
charging it like $10 a pop.
Right. So now, Taz went through it, and like the average black man pay under $100 a damn month, and so that's not even an argument for black men. You do what you can, do a little extra, put your time in, spend time with the child. That's the most valuable thing to a child.
Yeah, do time, have time with your child. Is more important, but do it peaceful. If you can't do it peaceful, see, the thing is, it is about the child. So take away all the arguments. See, if you're a man that don't want to argue, go through a mediation service.
Right.
And itemize everything that you've done, because trust me, even the little things you do are gifts, and she's still gonna want that little check. And really, it makes you question, why do you want that check when the boy's shoes cost $300 and the check ain't no more than $100?
But you know what? See, at the end of the day, you contribute with your portion is. I don't care what she's spending on, because when I get my child, I'll still get a do for him like that. And you just think of it like that. That's like one of the guys I used to work with, man. And I had a lot of respect for him. He had this, addiction problems. He was a dishwasher. The man never missed a day going to pick up his kids and stuff. They didn't know his business, but he was at every practice, every day. He didn't make much money, but he just had his issues. But the kids never knew. They loved him. They came, sat at work with him and stuff like that. That kind of time and what he taught them it's still valuable. And then I know some guys who are wealthy that just send the money and don't do shit with the kids. So, just put your time in with your children. And it ain't that difficult. And I don't, in the whole child support thing, it's like, when they say Dr. Dre paid 20 million, and man, you ain't Dr. Dre. He got $1 billion. That 20, he ain't mad about the 20 billion. Why you mad about it? What the hell you mad about his money for?
Oh no, because they mad because they think they got it. That's
But
why they
Hey,
mad. They think they
realistically,
got
you'll
it and they
never
don't
have to
got it.
pay that. You're
but
a truck
realistically,
driver.
fellas, do it take $1 billion to take care of a child? Honestly.
No,
Yeah.
No,
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 no.
No,
no.
no.
It's to sustain the woman's lifestyle. It don't have nothing to do with the child.
Listen,
That's all it is.
And
listen.
most people, a small percent that we see in Hollywood get that, and it's not even a fraction of
And
black
not
people.
that, and not that, but the government also get a cut. Go right ahead, Hakeem.
Yo,
Mhm.
Kawafi, and look at this. Back in the days, we had more children, less money, and we raised everybody to be functional. It doesn't really take that time. Like my best times growing up was me, my brother, and my dad living in one room. And it was with 2-bedroom apartments, 3 in one, 3 in the other. That was the best time. We always had clothes, we ate, we played out. So I'm just confused now that a lot of people think it's like $1 million to do these things when all we need is the community.
No, because the life of America, the dream of America is for average man to make about like I think 4 million in his lifetime to maintain a stable lifestyle in America. So that's why they're making a big deal out of
Let
it.
me say this, Ronnie, and I don't like telling my business, but you talking to a man that has seen over $1 million in his life. He
Right.
has seen Joaquinino on the panel. And I would tell you, when I look at things, it's just stuff. I'm still
Uh-huh.
I got something where every day of the week that's brand new with tags in my closet right now. I own 3 cars, I own property, I own businesses. You see what I'm saying? But I don't talk my business out here on YouTube because it's nobody's business.
Right.
So
Facts.
my thing is, it's just stuff. So when I do hear these men talking about, or men talking like this, and also women talking about what you need to make, white people don't do. I ain't trying to put. I'm not trying to act like I'm not trying to add white people in
What's
it, but
Well,
they don't.
you see, you came with the same frame of mind of networking and getting to know your people, like the same thing as I did.
Yeah.
So it's on a positive note,
But
where we can
yeah,
learn from each other.
I want
Go
him
ahead.
to finish that point. White
Yeah.
people do not talk about money and straight. Finish that point.
Yeah, I say this, and I don't want to compare us to white folk because we're not. But are
Mhm.
some of us in the tax bracket? Yes, we are. But when I look at the little things that they do, they live happily below their means. Rich motherfuckers, and I'm talking about
Right.
they coupon daily. And but you'll find a black person that would turn around instead of going for the bargain, they're gonna go and go on the shelf and spend foolishly. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. That's what we
Right.
talk about here all the time. We talk about budgeting. We talk about don't spend below your means. But we have an addiction to prove something. It's something they say that it happened in the past because a lot of black people they ain't have nothing. So now when they have a little bit of something, they want
Well,
to show that they
it
got
ain't just
something.
black people. 80% of Americans live check to check.
That is
I
a
do
fact.
believe that. I
Right.
believe that. But
So
what I'm saying
it's
is,
just how society rolls.
but what I'm saying is, Kevin, it don't take a lot to be happy. And
No.
I'm learning.
No.
Facts. Facts.
Preach.
That's facts. You preaching. You preaching to the choir. Last topic on today's show. Go right ahead, Jordan. Before we head up and out of here, go right ahead.
You're muted.
You're muted.
There we go. I got it. So let's get it to that. Let's talk about Tiffany Henier from Thornton Township. So yesterday, she was in the meeting, and a township meeting, and she got caught in a brawl because her boyfriend was in a fight with another guy, and they start battling out and everything. She really run into the brawl and start fighting the person who was fighting is her alleged boyfriend. So go ahead, Ronnie, play the clip. And after that, we'll chop it up.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me, cause I click on the wrong thing. I click on the Facebook link. I'm like, what am I doing? I'll play it right now.
Or arrests in this incident, but there was real fear and disbelief in that room as divisions within Thornton Township government exploded into violence. It happened during public comment, fists flying in a moment of chaos that residents described as disgraceful.
That should never happen. I just couldn't believe that it came to that.
Moments earlier, activist Jedediah Brown had called Supervisor Tiffany Henyard an expletive, and when he appeared to walk toward her, supporters jumped in. The result, an all-out brawl that multiple witnesses say involved Henyard herself.
It was one thing when the guys were fighting, but when she jumped in it, I was just taken aback. I was floored.
She jumped in, she hit her head on the table, so I don't know, she might be injured.
Brown was carried out by security, and police were called. But it wasn't over. It took several minutes for tempers to finally cool. Before the fight, there was plenty of verbal sparring. At his first meeting since trustee Stephanie Wiedemann was selected to fill a vacancy on the board at a meeting last week of township electors, ending a political standoff over the position that led to a government shutdown. With Wiedemann, the board finally able to approve the township's tax levy ordinance and insurance, ending the shutdown.
The township will be reopened tomorrow. We will go back to operating our vehicles. All our buses will be out and running.
The board also defying Henyard, voting to put on leave with pay 2 of her associates and to hire independent auditors to probe their work. But the abrupt, violent end to the evening leaving residents upset. This meeting to do the people's work, marred by ugliness. Messages left for South Howland police were not returned. We also spoke with Henyard's attorney, who had no comment tonight, but said he might.
Woo. So yeah, you know, it looks like Tiffany here. She cannot stay out of the news. She cannot stay out of social media because it looks like she's always doing some type of stuff. And her to get involved into something like this kind of tells you, you know, not what type of woman she is, but you know, how, you know, when she does those type of action, you can kind of tell what type of,
you know what, you brothers,
she is. But go ahead.
You brothers catch the news like it's nobody's business. I wouldn't know this if I wasn't over here. You know what I'm saying? But because I'm not in that state. But then again, y'all cover from everywhere. I like that.
Yes.
I'm just trying to figure out now. Didn't Tiffany? What? Didn't a lot of people turn against her?
Yeah, because she was using the funds in Chicago and and doing a lavish lifestyle with the money, with the funds.
Wafi, let me give you the tidbit. So remember, she is a government official in 2 townships.
I know who she is. I know who she is. I'm just trying to figure out what happened.
So that's what happened because she's using the funds for the wrong things. So now they finally holding her accountable. The community just had enough with her. So now they holding her accountable for her actions.
And also this she be shutting down people's businesses for no reason as well.
Correct.
And, she's seeing the letters and everything, and she be picking it up like people's business out and it shut them immediately for no reason.
She's doing too much. Tiffany's doing way too much.
I think she don't want to lose her seat.
The thing that I think Tiffany doing, which is the same thing that our mayor down here is doing, and you see mayors across the country, is they traveling, taking personal trips all around the country. Same thing with the mayor going to Ghana from California, you know, things like that. And you had Atlanta people, some stuff with that, you know, they get in those kind of positions and they start spending it on what they, you know, lavish thing. Like here in New Orleans, you know, our mayor was shacking up with her boyfriend who was a cop in a damn hotel, in the suite for the mayor suite, right in the middle of right in the middle of the French Quarter, where everybody can see.
Was she black or white?
She black. Right. Yeah, so you got that kind of stuff there. Then they're spending the money. Now you get the feds involved. But the problem that I have when I have these conversations, because it wasn't just a woman, we also had our mayor after Katrina. He went to jail for stealing and stuff like that. Now this one here got more fed charges coming at her too. They got the boyfriend under investigation. My problem was when I talked to my people around in New Orleans about the foolishness, because we had black city hall, council, and mayors for over 50 damn years. I'm like, man, the first thing they'll say, well, white people been doing that.
Why can't we keep our hands out of the cookie jar?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, bro. So,
I mean, black folks, man. I mean, even in the church, they cannot keep their hand out of it. Just like if you the cook and you cooking for a whole congregation, you go slide you some ribs to the side. Eat them all for yourself, you know what I'm saying? And give everybody else a little bit. You shake the spoon on everybody else's plate.
Oh,
you know,
my God.
Oh, man.
For the real thing, you know. And I even hate when people have these organizations that say, "Oh, I'm a nonprofit," but you
right,
taking all
that's their hustle. That's how they get the hustle. Like Al Sharpton, that 500,000 to his nonprofit. Right, you send it to the nonprofit. That's the same thing with Oprah. You could say, "Oh, I didn't take any money." No, the nonprofit did, and you get a percentage of that. So
Yep.
we understand how that
Right.
goes. They've been running that game for a long ass time.
Yep.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss it when we go live. Guys, final thoughts before we head up on out of here. Remember, guys, don't go anywhere because this channel is going to lead you guys right over to the Shyster Avenger, which starts at 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time. Go right ahead.
I'm gonna go
Kawhi, for your
first.
final thoughts, and also Kev. Go right ahead.
Brothers, this was good. And I tell you, I hardly ever come on panels, unless somebody's talking about something that's meaningful. And I really do appreciate what you guys talk about over here. I will listen in on other people's channels, but I won't hit the panel. Not because I'm afraid, but because I don't want to be dealing with all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Don't deserve my presence for bullshit content. And I just say keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all doing a great job. And I want to shout out to Sharon Bracey. Can y'all believe I'm saying that?
Oh, wow.
Sharon had a good show today.
Fine.
With only men building like what we're doing here. Not saying that women can't come up, but it was no derailing. It was no what was it? No gender wars, no disrespect. And these men really were talking about financial, and they did a little bit of relationship stuff. But I'm more into the financial stuff than anything. And with that, I'll land, and y'all take it easy.
Thank you.
Not only that, but we would love to have you and Kev to come back on a financial topic.
Oh,
For
yeah.
the guys, so we can teach. Because over here, Kev is good with the stock market, and you talk about financial too. And Hakeem actually know a relative too, who's actually who also is a financial advisor as
Yeah,
well.
I would definitely
I
have
won't
to
mind to have
follow.
all three of you guys on the panel, and we could just talk about finances. That would be
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
I'll always
I'm
be
gonna have to follow you, man, because that's right. Like we talking, like he said, we that's right up my alley. I actually
Yeah,
worked for
that's
UPS,
man.
and then I learned how to invest and build my, build my own portfolio that outdid my UPS 401k. Then I learned from the ground up. Started with trading, buying stock for dummies series all the way through, and learned it from the ground up. So I figured I wanted to learn it from, so I could, now I know I got it to the point where I know how to make a consistent profit off it. Actually, that's what I do. Not only that, like I got a daughter. I want to get the profit insurance, for her, that if something happened to me, that she's covered, and my girls, things like that. So that's part of the reason. That's one of the best things about talking to people like you said on YouTube, where I can get learn something from them. Information. Everybody's story is valuable because we can learn from them.
Facts. Go ahead, Hakeem. Your final thoughts, and Jordan's final thoughts if you have any.
Hey, fellas, look, I'm gonna go ahead and get down, but I just want to say this. Like I said, I'm gonna head out. This was really good, and y'all can always have me, long as there are no derailers on the panel.
No, it won't. We really have
someone like Kevin, like that. Yeah, we good.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Okay, most definitely. Thank you for gracing us with your presence, man. Really appreciate it, man. Also, you too as well, Kev. I don't know, Kev, you got final thoughts as well before we head up and out of here.
No, that's pretty much, man. It's always good to catch y'all, catch up with y'all, man, live and everything. You just keep on pumping, and it'll catch on.
Thank you,
more.
Like that, but Kev, I didn't know you were following us on X, man. That was dope, man. When I saw you on the
I
chat
seen
on
that,
X,
yeah.
I was like, man,
follow y'all on everything, bro.
Kev is a fan now. We finally got him.
Well, yeah, I got that, and I got my stock channel. I got it's linked to y'all too. It's gonna be, it's gonna be stocks and crypto. Because I'm about to just go over some moves that I'm gonna make with my personal money to show people that it don't take a hell of a lot of money to get started investing.
Yeah.
You know, and what I look for personally, not to give advice, but this is what I do with my money. And I have a kid, and I ain't got money to waste, so I take it seriously. That kind of thing.
Definitely.
You just put your link in for your financial channel. I think I have your link for your regular channel, but not your financial
Yeah,
channel.
well, I'm on my phone right now, but yeah, I'm gonna get on my computer and do it. Give me a second.
Yeah,
I'll get
go
on.
ahead. Go right ahead.
All right.
I'll pull on. We'll pull on the show so you can do it. So we'll go make sure people subscribe to you. So guys, if you don't want any financial advice, go ahead and subscribe to Kev. He's gonna put the link in the channel so you guys can go ahead and subscribe to it. Now that, but shout out to once again Mr. Darlaw, aka Kawafi, for coming through, showing us love and support. His channel is also is in the chat. I think I put it pretty much everywhere on X, Rumble, I think Kick, and also Twitch. So it's everywhere. So guys, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to these brother channels, man. As you can see, we was having a really, really dope conversation. Hakeem Jordan, y'all don't have any final thoughts before we head up out of here?
No.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember, now we do go live at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, special shout-out, like once again, it's the KF504 to Mr. Darlaw that was also in the building. Sugar Bum, thank you so much for coming over here. Shout out to Ashton, the creator of Shiesty Avenger, who will be going live right after us. So, guys, don't go anywhere. It's going to lead you guys right over to the channel. Shout out to him. It is Wildin' Out Wednesday. And not only that, but lately, Ashton been having a really, really dope conversation over there. I like how he's switching it up. He's talking about political stuff, and now that he's talking about news stuff, so that's good. So he going through a different rock. I think everybody's tired of relationship topics. Sometimes you just get tired of it. Shout out to those watching us on Instagram. You gotta forgive me. I can't really see who was watching us because it's the fact the screen went black, so I couldn't see it. So you guys forgive me. Shout out to Why High. That was also in the building. Abi Wody. Thank you, my brother, so much for tuning in like you always do, man. Thank you so much for the clinical one. That was also in the building. Thank you so much. And I also highlight your comment. We really do greatly appreciate it. Shout out to the 20 people right now that are watching us on X. We thank you guys so much for tuning in. Shout out to the 5 people right now that are watching us on Rumble. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And now that, shout out to those also watching in the cloud on Facebook. And then not only that, but Hakeem, there are also some people when we go live, they do share our content. So I want to make sure I give you a special shout out for those that actually do and share our content. We really do greatly appreciate it. Guys, make sure you go to Chaos Culture Radio description. In the description where you can find the Chaos Culture Radio t-shirt, what me and Jordan got on, the Chaos Culture Radio hat, what me and Hakeem and Jordan got on, the Chaos Culture Radio coffee mug, like you see Jordan got on display. The link is in the description, and also I already put it in the chat. So guys, make sure you go and check out the KL Culture Radio store. And also, guys, don't forget, become KL Culture Radio family. Become members today. It helps build the channel, and now that we pretty soon going to have exclusive content, and also exclusive when we go hiking, when we go traveling, when Jordan go traveling, when I go traveling, when Hakeem go traveling, we will put that in for members only, so I can see us when we out and about in Miami, LA, New York, Houston, Dallas, don't matter. Y'all will be able to see it when we're traveling. So, guys, make sure you become members today. Make sure you go to Cal Culture, the community tab. In the community tab where you can get Hakeem's book, Black Love. His book. Hakeem, let us know the update of your new book. What's going on with that, big dog?
So I'm finishing editing the album. That's done. The album's done. March 14 is on all streaming platforms.
Okay, so it's done.
Done. It's uploaded. I'll post the link.
Oh yeah, so we can purchase. So I can purchase it, big dog. You gotta post the link. You can't say it's done. You didn't post the link.
I'm gonna post it. Yeah, but the book, hopefully we'll get this done within the week, and this year I'm gonna complete every project that I didn't do last year. That's what's up. And then once again, we apologize, guys, for the jackets. Though
Hakeem is actually talking to someone to work on that. Kawhi, we say, yeah, Hakeem is on the road, man.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah, you're like it. And listen, it's only 10 songs, so I'm not gonna overwhelm. It's curated. I'll post the link on the community tab. Yeah.
Like always, guys, thank you for tuning in to Coach Radio.